Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Leicester Reborn. In today's episode, we will be at Wembley for the FA Cup final. We play Liverpool in a monstrous game to end off the season. If you are enjoying the content, give it a like, to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course you're thinking, Damien, why are you here with a day before the season? It is to firstly mention that we are guaranteed to finish top four. Secondly, throw you a couple of highlights from a couple of the games that we just played, because we played some bonker games in this run-in. But lastly, and more importantly, to give you guys the message that we have our budgets for next year. We've only been given 50 million. I say only. Look, that's a good fee. Like, don't get me wrong. I was expecting, maybe about 70 to 80. But yeah, look, obviously there's not money in the football club right now, and there will be money, obviously, a lot more down the track. But yeah, looking good, and the budgets are set. We got one game left to go here against Palace. Let's go and have a look at the run-in. We played City, which we led 3-0, 3-1, and we drew 3-3. Going to give you the goals of that game. Spurs 0-0, dominating, and we need to show you the red card to Harry Suter because it's deplorable. We were leading against Chelsea 1-0 and 2-1, and we ended up losing 3-2. Chelsea 8 shots, 5 on target, 0.99 XG. We got absolutely FM'd. Aubameyang, who should never be playing in the Premier League, scored. So yeah, very, very, very annoyed with that one there. But to guarantee a top four finish, we just spanked Norwich 4-1 in a game, always conceding as well. In terms of the data hub, because we haven't looked at it in a lot, we are actually ahead on all three. We currently sit third and should be in third. We are 2 goals ahead where we need to be, 2 goals under our XG. We were a lot more under, but we've conceded a lot of late. We're 4 points better off. So that's always a good position to be in, exactly where we should be. It's a very good first year in the Premier League. I'm obviously over the moon with that as well. And yeah, secondly, let's get into this. First things first, let's talk about the Harry Suter red card. This is given for handball, ladies and gentlemen. Handball. Yeah, this is one of the worst refereeing decisions I've ever seen on FM. But we win the ball back here. They're going to pump one long, and yeah. Apparently him headering it out of play is handball, and he gets a second yellow card. First thing I'm going to say, there is no reason to do this. Secondly, as you can see here, arm nowhere near it. It's clearly just goes boom with his head. But apparently that's handball. So, yeah, okay, game. And that cost us a game, and we were the better side over Spurs, which would have secured top 3 anyway. The Man City game was interesting because Harry Suter played this game because he just scored a brace in this one. Absolutely dominating against Man City before Bernardo Silva decided to do it. And we conceded in the 94th minute to Laporte from a set piece. Absolutely livid with this one. Not because the goal was like offside or anything, just 94th minute header that Meslier probably could do a little bit better with, but yeah, 3-3 there as well. Did play well. Chelsea were Chelsea. It is what it is, but it's a top 4 finish. I'm really grateful and happy with that. Because first season in, it could have gone 7th, 8th, 9th, was what we were looking at. To finish third, things go right, really showcase how good this team is fantastic. And I'll be back with you guys for the Champions League final, if only, for the FA Cup final against Liverpool. Let's go see if we can do it. Let's go see if Liverpool actually hold on to win the league title, which they deserve to. And I'll be back in a second, don't go anywhere. Here we are, Wembley, wet, rainy Wembley, Liverpool, champions of England, in the final of the FA Cup. We ended up finishing third in the league. We did win 1-0 against Palace on the final day. We finished 4 points ahead of Arsenal and secured Champions League football for next year, which is great. With that being said, let's go and have a look how Liverpool are looking and lining up. Look at that run of form, outrageous. Only game where they dropped points since in the league, since end of Jan, was the Everton at Goodison. Where they had a chance to win the league there, but FM loves drawing this on. They're in the Champions League final against Manchester United as well, so there is a world where Liverpool do the quad, because I think, did they win the Carabao Cup? No, they didn't. I don't think they did, actually. So yeah, there's a world where they do a treble. A very, very strong Liverpool side who look outrageous this year. Darwin Núñez, 25 goals. On FM, he is fantastic. I know in real life he has a little bit of whatever about him, but as a Liverpool fan, I think he will come good. On FM, he's fantastic. So yeah, we got a big old game here. Liverpool are the best team, one of the best teams in the world in this save. So interesting. I got a couple of things to talk about. First things first. Mangala Sarr unhappy with his lack of playing time. I've decided I'm going to sell him. If I can get anything towards the $27-30 million mark, it was a great signing because we bought him for 11.5, and it was always the intention of, trying to get good money for him. So I'm very, very happy with what we've done there with Mangala sub. Second thing as well is Castani wants to leave on a free. Very annoying. 28 years of age. He's got another year on left in his deal, which I was going to renew, and he says, "Nah, I'm unhappy. I want to actually go elsewhere," which makes no sense. Look, I'm going to try and get 30 million or so for him, 1 year left on his deal. Hopefully we do. We get some money back, and then hopefully we can put that into the transfer budget here and see what we can do. I don't know if that Wout phase money's been put into that transfer budget. I don't know. We get 100%. Main reason is that we've only been paid 13 million for this season in terms of overall balance. Obviously, when we get the Premier League prize money and then the prize money from revenue next year and all that sort of stuff, that's going to grow. Then being in the Champions League should make some money there as well. All right, let's get into it. It's going to be Melier in goal, Castagna, Oma Bambadele with Jose Marcha and Christensen. We are going to trust that Oma Bambadele in the ball-playing defender role for this one here. Main reason is he's quick and he's very good and he doesn't mind a big game either as well. I am tempted to start Harry Souttar in a big game because he's just a big boy and he could probably get us a goal from a set piece, but he could also get really caught as well. I think I am going to start Harry Souttar here. I think Harry Souttar is going to start with Marshall, who's been fantastic-ish for us. After his injury, dropped off, but started really well. I think he's a fantastic player, loves a big game. Christensen's an easy one. Drewsbury Hall and Lavia are obviously fantastic. Tede, what a year. This guy, a world-class year. 19 goals, 11 assists in 35 games, 34 starts in the Prem. In the FA Cup and Cup games in general, 2 goals, 2 assists and 6. 3 starts free off the bench. He's been fantastic. Developing again, just players in great form should develop, and he has, and he's been fantastic. Wanted at the minute buy, other than Man City and Newcastle, 100 mil. If they gave me 100 mil, that was the reason we signed him. But I don't see a world in where we sell him. I think he's been fantastic. Alex Scott's probably been a little bit underwhelming this year, but still had a decent year in his first year in the Premier League. Harvey Barnes back from injury is going to start. Not too bad of a year as well, but not the greatest. But Quol is the anomaly in this one. Usually players, when they play minutes and play a lot of minutes and at a really good form, develop very well, especially when you're 18, 19, 20. Garen Quol has not developed once this year. He has just stagnated completely. Always no progress in these 3 months. Whatever, and he trains at double intensity. If anything, he's got slightly worse. In saying that, though, the guy only missed out on Golden Boot by 2 goals. Haaland and Josh Sargent in Norwich finished on 25 each, and Haaland got it because he played less games, the Golden Boot. But Garen finished on 23 in the season and loves a big game, loves scoring goals. I think we've unearthed a guy that will probably start for us next year unless I sell Iheanacho and then we buy a first-team striker. A guy that definitely here for the foreseeable future this save is going to be on my bench at a minimum because he's just so quick and breaks the match engine with that pace that I love to use him. But there we are. That's your team for the FA Cup final. We know this Liverpool side is fantastic and they have a chance to win the Champions League and you name it as well. Looks like they slightly rotated for the final of the FA Cup here, which is interesting. When I mean slightly rotated, Callier's in goals, which is their backup keeper. Connor Bradley is a young right back who looks fantastic. Badgertek is at the centre back, interesting, with Virgil. I don't mind them playing Badgertek, to be fair, as a wonder kid, developing him as well. Andrew Robertson, pretty good. Thiago's Thiago. Gabby won next gen. Milinkovic-Savic in there too. So no Henderson in the middle of the park. No Curtis Jones either. Mohamed Salah's Salah, obviously legendary winger. Let's go have a look how many goals he's got this year. 15 and 6, which is not bad for an elite winger. Cody Gakpo on the other side, pretty good footballer. And they decided to start with Medem Taremi, who scores a lot against me, a lot as well. Callum is a youngster that's made the bench. Joel Matip is only wanted for 2.1 mil, could be a good backup defender. Joe Gomez, a player I've used a lot on FM. Someone that if I really wanted to go out there and really sign really good English talent, I would sign because as a centre-back, he's fantastic. Trent not starting, which is interesting. I do think Liverpool rotating for the FA Cup final. Curtis Jones intended to sign. Darwin's not starting either. Nor is Harvey Elliott. And nor is Jordan Henderson, nor is Allison. So, in essence, we've got a good Liverpool side to play because it's not full strength, which is fantastic. All right, let's get into it. Let's get underway because it is 10:57, and when I'm filming this, I have a main event day 2 to start at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I was looking to be in bed by now, but we're not. Anyhow, it's us in the blue. It's Liverpool in the red. It's meant to be a very rainy Wembley. It doesn't look like it is, but okay. And obviously, this is a big game. This could be silverware. It could be But let's go find out. Robertson finds Virgil van Dijk into Thiago, Virgil and Milinkovic-Savic. Good ball into Gavi. Gavi now turns out and finds Mohamed Salah. Salah finds Connor Bradley on the overlap. We look at the squeeze of Harvey Barnes. Badger Tech was a loan of us last year. Pumps one long. Suter wins, and that's why we got him out there. Big height and can do things. Badger Tech wins another header. Robertson with a touch. Try to get on it, we don't. Cody Gakpo now. Inside of Taremi. Finds Gavi. Needs runners. One of them is Salah. It's Mohamed Salah. Still Mohamed Salah. What have you done there, Melier? Oh, I hate when FM's that stupid. World-class Melier apparently lets one go between his legs, 1-0 down to a goalkeeper mistake, because Salah didn't even hit it that well. Of all the ways to concede, a goalkeeper mistake early, good run from Salah, but he never should score from here. We do everything right, and somehow he hits Melier on the inside of his knee and goes in. Football Manager, being Football Manager there. Highlight from kickoff as well. Going to move Harry Suter to central defender and defend as well, by the way. Forgot to do that. That's... How many times in Glory Hunter did we cop a weird goalkeeper mistake, whatever, in a big game? Stupid. Melier's been a fantastic player for us all year, so that's very, very harsh on him. Anyway, Bull finds Harry Suter, finds Roman Lavia, finds Harry Suter again. We're looking to build out, and he finds Castagne. Harry Suter still with him. We can look other side now. He finds Lavia, finds Castagne, needs a runner. Tede made a run, ignored. Castagne needs a whip and does. Tede's there, and Connor Gallia with a save. Kellier with a save. There's a difference. Liverpool have one moment, they have a shot, and Melier makes a goalkeeping mistake, and Kellier pulls off a save from point-blank range. Look at this, though. 8 shots 2 versus 1 shot 1. We're pummeling Liverpool, and it is 1-0. Scott heads... Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah again. Out of Cody Gakpo, Robertson, Milinkovic-Savic, Thiago, Robertson. Picked up by Tede. On the break we go. Tede driving at will. Looks up. Doesn't have much on, but he's taking Robertson down the line, and that's what we love to see. Lavia picks it up. Gets towards the area. Savic wins. Should only be as far as Harry Suter. Jose Marsh's got options. Christensen and Salah go to battle, falls to Harvey Barnes. Ball looking for Tede. Hits first time, hits the post. 19 minutes in, we've been the better side out here. Look at this. Liverpool, 1 shot, 1 attack, 1 goal for a goalkeeper mistake with 0.7 XG to 10 shots free and an XG of 1 in 20 minutes in the FA Cup final. Everything going superb apart from the scoreline. Castagne again. Scott. Tede in the area, needs options, goes himself. Tede takes a deflection by Badger Tech, falls to Christensen, probably your highlight. Maybe not. Jose Marsha. Lavia. Castagne wanted it, ignored. Lavia in the area, down he goes. Referee doesn't say it's a penalty, never was. Milinkovic-Savic now. Pumps one long. Looking for Taremi. If they score on the break, 2 shots to attack, 2 goals, I am going to be up in arms, Football Manager. Up in arms. Lavia wins. Garen Quoll needs to make a run. Tede makes a run. Needs options. Scott, 1 touch. Cuts it. Garen Quoll. It's 1-1. 28 minutes played. We've been the better side here in the FA Cup final. And it is 1-1. 27 minutes played. Well won back by Lavia. A great ball here from Tede. And Tede's ball to Scott was superb. Cuts it to Quoll. And he ain't missing that one. That is 1-1, and we even had Harvey Barnes at the back stick as well. We are dominating Liverpool Football Club here in the FA Cup final. Christensen cuts it. Tede, 2-1. Let's go. From 1-0 down, we lead 2-1. We're dominating this game at the moment. I am loving life. I'm actually going to get stuck in off because we already have a booking. We don't need to do it. And here we go. Scott... with the ball to Christensen, cuts it to Tede, he taps home. It's 2-1. We are dominating. Liverpool, 1 shot, 1 attack, 1 goal for a goalkeeper mistake. Outside of that, domination. Christensen, Harvey Barnes. Christensen again, Drewsbury Hall, Alex Scott. Driving. Tede, cuts it. Quoll, taps home. Is he onside? I think he is. I think that's 3-1. Garen Quoll has a brace in the FA Cup final. This guy does not know how to score. He is always in the right spot. He just breaks the game. I love it. Ball through. Teday's there. Slight deflection of Virgil van Dijk. And Cole, nonchalant, no look, just little tap into the back of the net. From 1-0 down, we lead 3-1 with 3.46 XG. On half-time, another highlight. Drewsbury Hall, Jose Marsha, Scott with a touch, looks for Virgil, doesn't find him. Gakpo now. Liverpool kind of need something right now from this highlight. We squeeze Virgil, we squeeze Gakpo, but they get out with Badgertech. Into Connor Bradley, Gavi, Bradley, driving, forced him backwards, forced him inside, big switch, good ball to be fair to Robertson. Robertson now finds Gakpo, Tede wins. We were all over him there. Castanha's got options. Looks for Harvey Barnes. Poor ball. Poor ball. If they score, it's all down to that very poor switch. I had to go into the middle of the park. Fine feet. Mohamed Salah's in. He's already got one. And in the end, this time, Meslier doesn't make a goalkeeper mistake. He's down and he claims. And that's half-time. Liverpool 3 shots, 2 with a 0.13 XG and a goal somehow. Versus 3.55 XG, 16 shots, 8 on target, and Qual has 2 goals, and the meterage would have been about 5 metres in total for both. So there we go. He's done brilliantly. Starting the second half. We're 45 minutes away. We don't need to change anything. These boys are playing out of their skin. Just get stuck in off to avoid a red card issue. And yeah, the longer this game ticks away, the better it is for us. And at the moment, it's ticking swimmingly well. Lavia is tired and on a booking, and so is Drewsbury Hall. We're going to leave this highlight, and then we're probably going to make changes in the middle of the park here, only because of the yellow cards to Drewsbury Hall and Lavia. I don't want no red card here against Liverpool. Castagna keeps. Lavia now. Had a fantastic game. Drewsbury Hall. Barnes. Needs options. Christensen. Qual's offside. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Curtis Jones has come on for Gavi. And we're going to make a double change in the middle of the park here. It's going to be Indindi and Samar. There we go. They're going to come on. Here we are. 70 minutes played. We lead 3-1. Time is a-ticking. Connor Bradley, Thiago. Bradley, Badgertech. Thiago again. Connor Bradley now. Harvey Elliott. They take Salah off? Gakpo. A goal for Liverpool makes things nervy. Gakpo, Henderson, cuts it. Darwin, well done, Christensen. Free kick. If this goes in, we'll win the FA Cup. Tede, he's had a world-class year. Tede steps up. 23rd goal as a winger this year. The man is wanted by Manchester City to rebuild them, who've had a shambles of a year. He ain't going anywhere. It's top bin. It's 4-1. It is all but over, ladies and gentlemen. We are FA Cup winners. We're going to move in Alves to give him some minutes here as well. We're going to get Jose Marsha off for Demaril to keep him happy, I think. Is what we're going to do. And that leaves us with one change. And that change is going to be for Tede to get a standing ovation in front of the home support. Time ticks away. 87th minute. Alves back sticks. Suter hits the bar. And with that being said and done, Adam Lynch is going to come on for Tede. And well, give him a round of applause. The man's been superb. Tede is going to be your man of the match in the FA Cup final. And we have won the FA Cup. It doesn't matter if Liverpool score right now, unless they do some crazy shit, which Liverpool can do, obviously. But yeah, look, give Tede his round of applause. He's been superb. And well, Robertson now on it. It's all but consolation for Liverpool. Suter wins. He's been massive in these big games when he wants to be. Gakpo, Darwin's offside. Wouldn't even bother there. That is offside by a mile. We are FA Cup winners. And probably 4-1 winners as well, because this is going to be chalked off for offside. It has been disallowed by a mile. Good line from us. And there we are, lads. There we are. 20 shots, 9 on target, 4 XG. And we scored 4 goals. A Liverpool side who are on top of their power. They did rotate slightly with the Champions League final in a week's time. I can understand Kelly are playing, but Badgertech at the back. Yeah, interesting from Liverpool there. But look, we win 4-1. a superb year. Melier picks up the trophy even though he made a goalkeeper mistake. And Melier will lift the loft, the FA Cup, and well, in not just an upset, in terms of the football we played, we put one of the best teams in the world on fire. We just lit them alight. We absolutely just went there and were like, okay, you're going to score a scrappy little goal, that's fine. It almost inspired us to go out there, and if we played that well, how we just played there, we will one day be Premier League champions, and it won't be too far down the track. That was superb. We were outrageous. That was the most convincing final display I've witnessed in a very long time for one of my sides. We went ballistic. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's going to be the end of the episode. We are champions of the FA Cup. We finished third in the Prem, a very successful second year after going undefeated in the Championship last year. What we are going to do is we are definitely going to be scouting teams and looking to see what we can take from other sides, etc. as well. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time for next season. We're going to be looking to sell players, move players on. We're going to break down the squad, see what we can sign. I'll see you guys then for that one. Thank you and goodbye.